Hi guys, Mark here. Well, welcome along today to the all-new 2022 Honda ADV350. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Okay then guys, let's have a look around this all-new Honda ADV350, and again kindly loaned to me by Honda UK. So the price on these, they're coming in at quite a wallet-friendly £5,599, which I think for what you're getting here with this level of specification is quite good. It's only £100, although thereabouts, more than the Forza 350, so it's really good. This comes with the same engine as the Honda Forza 350, 330cc single cylinder overhead cam, liquid cooled 4-valve, Euro 5 and A2 compatible. Power on these 29 horsepower, 7,500 RPM, and the torque is 31.5 Newton meters at quite a low 5,250 RPM. 8,000 mile service intervals on these, same as most of the Hondas, which is excellent. Now the seat on this, it's very big, very comfortable, and it's 795mm, which a seat height, which is quite low, but don't be fooled, because like with most maxi scooters, it's very wide because of the storage, and it really does spread your legs out. So I'm 5'7" tall with a 30-inch inside leg, and I'm tiptoes, so do bear that in mind. I'll just put a cutscene of me on the bike and you can see how I fit it. Fuel consumption on these is excellent. Honda quoting 29 kilometers per litre, which is around about 80 miles per gallon UK. It's an 11.5 litre fuel tank. Gives a range of about 200 miles or 340 kilometers. Tyres on this, we've got Metzler Karoo Street. Got a 120 section on the front with a 15-inch wheel, quite big for a scooter so that it rolls over things nicely, and on the back we've got a 140 section with a 14-inch wheel. Weight on these, 186 kilograms wet weight, so not too bad in that respect. Got a V-belt drive on these, CVT, continuously variable transmission, so no gears, just purely simple, just twist and go, which is fantastic if you're in traffic or going to work in the city or something like that. Got the usual excellent Honda fit and finish and reliability. Now this bike is actually designed for a little bit of light off-roading. It's got long travel suspension, got 125mm travel on the front and 130mm travel on the rear suspension there. On the rear we've got Showa piggyback rear shocks, and on the front we've got 37mm Showa upside down forks, all non-adjustable. LEDs all round, really bright. I'll just put a cutscene in later on of me doing a night ride on the bike. Got a 4-stage adjustable screen. It's a two-handed job, so I'll show you that a bit later, with a movement of about 130mm travel on the screen. So keyless ignition, keys in my pocket, you just push here, this here turns blue, turn it like that to power up the bike, turns on the screen. So Honda traction control, Honda immobilizer. We've got a 2.5 litre little glove box here with a USB-C in there, that's really convenient. Honda smartphone voice control system. Got a huge under-seat storage area. It's enough room for one full face helmet here, and then a smaller helmet or other things up there. You've got your battery up under the cover there, and you've got your toolkit in here and your owner's manuals there. So that's really nice big storage there. Fuel, you just push here and there's your fuel cap. So lots of Honda options on this. You can have heated grips fitted, Honda's smart top box. They come with a 2-year warranty, and they come in this red colour, a silver and a grey. And top speed is around about 90 miles an hour, I would say. Okay guys, let's do the test ride. Okay, Honda XADV test ride. Just before we get going guys, I'll just show you the screen. So that's the screen in its highest position, and to adjust it you just simply pull out on this spring knob here, both sides, pull out and push down to one of 4 positions. It's 130mm travel, so that's it in its lowest position. So if you were say in a hot country, you get lots of air on you. If you want your protection, just pull it right up there. So there we go. So it is quite tall at the back here. If you're a taller guy, you may be able to flip a leg over that way. I can't seem to do that. And just like the Forza 750 or the XADV 750, it's quite high here, so you have to sort of step through, but it's no drama. Nice decent side stand and a centre stand, that's nice. So keys in my pocket, you basically just push this little knob here to power it all up and turn it to 1, and all the dash comes on. So we just run through all the controls. We've got a front and rear brakes are non-adjustable for span. You've got your high and low beam and your pass. Traction control button, horn, indicators, hazards. This is your sort of menu button here that you can scroll through range, miles per gallon, trips and all that sort of stuff. Over here we've got your engine kill and your start. Little LCD dash is quite bright. I've got it on the brightest setting. You've got your traction control, revs, clock, speedo, fuel gauge, ambient temperature, average miles per gallon, and your range is how I've currently got it set. So nice little LCD dash there. So fire it up, it settles into a lovely little single cylinder throb. Very, very smooth engine. We'll talk about that a bit more later on when we're riding. So off we go. So twist and go, very, very nice throttle response, and a very nice automatic clutch, engages very, very smoothly, so that's excellent. Right, so we're just coming out onto the open road now, and we'll work our way through the ADV350 in the usual fashion. So we'll just start with the screen. I think it's a bit smaller than the Forza 350 screen. I suppose it has to be, because if these long bars, when they go on full lock, the mirrors would hit it if it was any wider. So the screen's in its highest position. It's doing a good job. Maybe there'd be some taller aftermarket options you can get from like Givi or MRA, but in its tallest position it's fine for me at 5'7". Mirrors are exceptionally clear, very nice mirrors, nice size, nice and bright clear image in them. So yeah, mirrors very good. A little tiny bit of a view of my elbows, but all in all great mirrors. So not a TFT on this, it's an LCD display, and it's very easy to read actually, even in this bright sunlight today. I can see my speed, revs, average miles per gallon, range and all that good stuff quite easily, so that's nice. So at this sort of speed, the little 330cc single is just purring along about 6,000 RPM, very, very smooth. You're very well hidden from any vibes, so no vibes, so to speak. We'll try it a bit higher speed later on. Now the riding position is very interesting for a maxi scooter. It's pretty much dead upright, and the straight bars are really, really good. It feels like being on like an 800cc adventure style bike. So if you did need to do a little bit of a light off-roading, I do stress the word light off-roading, this would definitely be able to handle it. It's got long travel suspension and Metzeler Karoo tyres with a sort of a block tread pattern. So we'll just try the brakes out, front and rear. Yeah, and it's got the thing where it flashes its lights on the hazards, so they're very strong brakes. Nissin on the front, so good strong brakes. So we're just doing 40 mile an hour, just give it a wide open throttle. There's your 40, 50, and there's your 60. Going up to a top speed of around about 90 miles an hour on this. So 70 mile an hour or thereabouts cruising all day long would be very effortless if you had to do some touring on this. Put the top box on the back, you've got that huge under-seat storage, so lots of carrying capability. So upright position, very comfortable, big wide seat. Leg position, you can either have your legs forwards or sort of back a bit straight down. Now, I'm only a small guy, 5'7", 170 centimetres. I think if you were taller, say 6 foot plus, you still have plenty of leg room here with your knees. All the controls here, horn, indicators, high and low beam, it's all very tactile and easy to use. Rear brake's got a nice bit of bite. Front brake on its own is very strong as well, being just a single. Nice that they've got hand guards on it as well. Optional Honda heated grips are available as well. So we're just going to come into a town environment now, which is where these will spend a lot of their life, I expect. Just going to see how it fuels, any hunting or surging in the fueling, check what the throttle's like, all that sort of thing. See what the clutch is like on its auto action. So here we are, indicated 30, about 4,000 revs, pretty much zero vibrations, absolutely fantastic. Throttle response is very, very mild and soft. It's not snatchy or instantaneous, it's just what you want really on a bike like this. No riding modes on this, just purring along very happily here at 30. Slow it down a bit more. So just feeding the power in, and you can feel the auto clutch sort of doing its thing. Very, very smooth. There's no sort of grabbiness to it at all, so if you had to do lots of stop start traffic going to work, it'd be absolutely fine, I would say. So this really is a maxi scooter with a difference, you know, nice upright position, big wide bars, light off-road capability. It's definitely worth a look, I would say, if you want something different. I mean, the Forza 350, see my review on that at the end, is an excellent bike. But if you just want something with a little bit of a bit different, shall we say, definitely have a look at one of these. Brakes are all very good at town sort of speeds. It's 186 kilos, this wet weight, and it's very, very flickable, chuckable. It doesn't feel heavy in the slightest. It's just got a nice sort of solid weight to it, really. So it's got plenty of pickup from low RPM, no shortage of torque there at all. So we're just going to try out the ADV350 at night now, just to show you what the LED lights are like. So that's it on low beam, and you can see it's got a pretty impressive front sort of look to it with the indicators on as well. It's very, very bright. We'll just flick it onto high beam, if I can see it. Where is it? There you go, high beam. You can get that or not. It's pretty bright. Hopefully the camera's picking that up okay. down again. Show you the rear light. Alright, so off we go. So the LCD screen, I've put that on the brightest. You can sort of adjust it on a sort of 5 different settings. That's on the brightest, so even at night time it's quite pleasant to look at. I think you'll agree if your camera picks that up okay. It's not too bright and it's very clear and easy to read. Right, let's see what this is like. So I've picked a spot where there's no sort of light pollution from towns and things, so it's absolutely pitch black at the moment down here. So hopefully the camera's going to pick this up okay. Not going to go too fast because it's a bit muddy down here. So that's low beam, guys, and that is absolutely brilliant. It's got a really wide sort of like spread of light. The light is going right out to the side. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's really, really good. That's on low beam. That's on high beam now, and that is truly superb. Really, really impressive. Pretty much as good as you can get on any bike or scooter, I would say. So there's your low beam. It's still got a really decent swathe of light. It's reaching out quite a way ahead actually. So you know, sometimes low beam can be quite low, but this is, you know, you can see quite a way ahead. High beam, absolutely brilliant. So if you did have to do a lot of night riding, obviously this is a commuter style bike, so you probably may well be doing a lot of night riding, going to work or whatever, you can rest assured that lights on this are very, very good visibility, especially with the indicators on. You really get seen well. So there's your low beam again. And we're going to put it onto high beam now. So easy, safe cruising, only doing 50, but it's a quiet country road. I feel totally safe doing this sort of speed. I can really see well. The light is nice and white and clear. It's very, very good indeed. So top marks for the ADV350 for its lights. Highly recommended. So we're just coming out of town now, 30 miles an hour, going to give it wide open throttle. There's your 40, and there's your 50, and there's your 60, and it pulls very strongly upwards of 60. So here at 60 miles an hour, 6,000 RPM, still no vibrations, no buzziness, no nothing. You can just tell it's a nice single cylinder. Wind buffeting at this speed is absolutely fine. I can just feel it going over the top of my helmet. Noise levels all totally acceptable. Now suspension on this is quite a bit different to a normal maxi scooter. A lot of mid-sized maxi scooters can have sort of budget suspension, for want of a better word. This has got quality shower suspension, front and rear, long travel, and I have to say it's probably the best suspension I've tried on a mid-size 300-ish size maxi scooter. It doesn't crash over any bumps, it's quite plush, almost feels slightly sporty, should we say, but all in all a very, very nice, comfortable ride. Yeah, one of the best I've tried on a small size maxi scooter. So if anything, you may want to get this bike just for its better suspension compared to, say, like a Forza 350 or an X-Max. So yeah, very, very good suspension. I think it's about 125mm travel on the front and 130 travel on the rear. Alright guys, we're just going to come on to a dual carriageway now, just to see how the ADV350 cruises at the highest speed. Check for stability, vibration, riding position, all that sort of stuff. So here we are at an indicated 70. Very, very smooth engine still. I can't really feel any vibrations whatsoever through the bars, the seats or the footboards. So top marks for the vibration, or lack of it, shall we say. It's very windy today. so apologies for the wind noise. We're turning over at 7,000 RPM at 70. I'll just give it wide open throttle, and there you go. It still pulls up to about an indicated 90, I would have thought, maybe a bit more. So at this speed, very, very stable. There's no kind of wobbling at all. Feels very safe and sure-footed. Lovely upright position. I do love the straight bars on a scooter. It's quite novel, I would say. You feel very much in control. Feet forward position is extremely comfortable. A nice big seat with a bit of a backrest as well is nice. So it feels very nice at this sort of speed. So I would say that if you're needing to do or wanting to do a bit of touring on this, it would definitely be fine. You could spend all day in the saddle on this, 8 hours I would say, with no problem. You'd arrive at your destination feeling quite relaxed. The engine doesn't feel stressed even at this sort of speed. Let's just slow it down a bit. There's a bit more of a relaxed 65. We're doing 6,000 revs now, a bit quieter with the wind noise. I can't really feel any nasty buffeting, so to speak. The screen's doing a good job for me. Can't feel much wind on my hands, and there's virtually no wind whatsoever in the lower section of my body because of the riding position. You're sort of sat right into the bike, and it's just protecting you from the wind. So all in all, the ADV350 is very nice for cruising at higher speeds. Just give it a bit more of a little whiz. So there you go, 70 odd miles an hour with a bit more to go, and it's maintaining that speed very easily. The bike is physically very big. It's probably the biggest sort of 350 I've seen, so you don't feel like, you know, put down at all by traffic and cars. It's got a very good road presence, and yeah, it's just all in all a very nice all-round adventure style scooter. Highly recommended. So I've just recently filled this up and done about 30 miles so far, and it's still giving me a range of 185 miles. So it's got a very good range of around about 200 miles. I hope to do another review on this in a week or so, and I'll give you a full kind of a miles per gallon, kilometers per litre fuel consumption figure. But I must say, guys, through these sort of bends, you know, it really does ride like a motorbike really, but obviously with feet forward, and it's great fun, very practical. You've got the scooter sort of a wind protection and weather protection. So yeah, I think it's a very practical, interesting bike that Honda have built here. And the best bit is, you know, it's coming out at a very good price of about £5,500. When you think, you know, the Forza 750 and the X ADV, okay, they're more powerful, they've probably got ultimately more cruising ability, but they're like twice the price, you know, £11,000 or whatever. So this is very good value at £5,500. Alright, we'll just wrap it up here now. Oh, those brakes do bite hard, very good. Lovely. So yeah, I am pretty much on my tiptoes at 5.7, so do bear that in mind. I'll give you a little look at that LCD dash there. Give you a sort of a sound check. It's a bit tricky on the scooter, but yeah, it's just got that muffled sort of single cylinder throb to it. So we just turn it off, and to put the steering lock on, you can just literally push that and turn, and that's the steering lock on like that. So as I say, decent side stand. Let's just see what it's like to put onto the centre stand. It's nice that it's got that. Oh, that couldn't be easier for this side centre stand. Very good. See what it's like to push around. So about 186 kilos wet weight this. It's got a good turning circle on it. It's got a good lock with those straight bars. So yeah, it's not too difficult to push around really. So yeah, probably one of the most fun mid-size sort of scooters I've ever tried. So it's an adventure scooter, isn't it really? Let's just have another look round, guys. So decent LED lights on it, good screen, adjustable. Good gripping tyres, Metzer Karoo. Very good long travel suspension, Showa. Beautiful finish on the paintwork. It's nice sort of matte red here. Pretty big exhaust. Nice rear suspension, nice and compliant and plush. Just show you that under seat area again. So you press the seat button here. So nice big storage here for another helmet and maybe a small helmet in there. There's a little divider here, so that's all good. So Honda CVT V-belt drive system. It's got a conventional oil filter there, 8,000 mile service intervals. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with one of these for the money. It's a very interesting sort of bike really, to do it all sort of mid-size maxi scooter. Yeah, very impressed with that. Good turn of speed and nice suspension, comfortable, and yeah, I think Honda have got a winner there. So guys, please give me a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe as always. Post your comments down below, let me know what you think about this style of bike. Is it something you consider or not really for you? But there you go. Alright guys, catch you in a week or so for another review. Take care, ride safe, bye for now.